Okay, today we are going to discuss about the first important topic in SAP SD enterprise structure. Okay, so yesterday we have seen a understandable introduction about what is SAP, what is ERP, why SAP software is quite popular in the market. Okay, enterprise structure. The term itself says enterprise is nothing but a company. Okay, in general terminology, I'll just give an example. For example, Tata is a brand, right? So Tata, they're in Tata AIG, insurance company. Tata Consumer Goods. Okay. So this is one company in their group. If you say Tata is a brand, if you call it as it's a group of companies. Okay. So Tata Group, under Tata Group, you have Tata AIG. It is under insurance domain. Okay. In the similar way, Tata Consumer Goods. Consumer goods means they're going to sell like refrigerators, TVs, all these things. Okay. Tata Retail. Tata Retail means they're having retail bazaar like Star Bazaar. Okay. They are selling all kind of end user products like how we have Big Bazaar in the similar way. It is in like it is holding different domains like food, electronics, and everything. In the similar way, if you go for Tata Power, okay, in the similar way, this is on one domain. And if you go for Tata Technologies, okay, Technologies, Tata Technologies like company has TCS. So like if you go for Tata Education, they might be, they are into like different domains. If you see, Tata is a brand, it's a group. Under that group, you are having all sub companies. Okay. So like they are going to sell different of products, depends on their consumers. You will have Tata Motors also, like Nexon and all these cars. Okay. So I think this is one of the understandable example for you to understand like what is group, under that what are all the sub companies. So within these companies, again two companies are communicating for selling the products. That company will call it as a sister company. Okay. So all these are individual companies, as we have seen that. So when you call this Tata Group as an enterprise, okay, so for them, for enterprise, as based on yesterday's example, they are into sales, they are into finance, they are into manufacturing, they are into like they are having different plants, right? They are into logistics also. Okay. They are into different kind of a business operations need. What sales team will do? Sales team will sell the products. What purchase team will do? Like material management, they will buy raw materials, they will try to convert into semi-finished goods and finished goods. So finally they will make it ready as a tradable goods. Once a tradable good is ready, then you are going to do packing and all. Like they are having different departments will be there in enterprise. Okay. If you call it as a Tata AIG is on insurance domain. They don't have products. They don't have direct retail products or manufacturing products, but they have different financial products. They will have different kind of insurance they will sell. In the similar way, you have a consumer goods. Okay. Like a so they can get the goods from other companies and they can sell with their brand. And Tata Retail also there, like they are having tie up with different vendors. For example, if you take Whirlpool refrigerators, okay, if you take vegetables from different farmers. They are buying and they're keeping in their Star Bazaar. They're selling. So the retail is one domain. In the similar way, Tata Power. In the same Tata Motors, they are manufacturing their engine and cars. Also, they have a dependency of different products. Paints, for car paints, they might buy from Asian Paints or Berger Paints. Like that, they are the different vendors. So from vendors, they will buy the materials for their product usage. Final product as a car, they are selling to the outside in the market. So if you see, all these are the sub companies, they are doing the business in the market. In the similar way, we'll try to take one example for SAP. Okay, so we will create that enterprise. We'll try to integrate with different modules. See, sales will be handled by your SAP SD module. Finance will be handled by your FICO module in SAP. So in the similar way, SAP manufacturing will be there. This is IS product. We're not going to concentrate. Let's try to understand in a minimal way, so that you can able to expose your mind. Suppose if you say material management, this is SAP MM. Like that, you will have around 50 to 60 modules, depends on the client requirement. For example, Tata AIG, if you take, they don't require materials here. Okay, so direct tradable goods or something, they required a service products, service materials, they will create it as such case. They might not require logistics, because insurance you will sell it, but you need not send it through some big vehicle or something like that. Okay, so like it depends on the customer requirements. We will try to take different modules for depends on the domain of the customer. Insurance selling is different from your car selling. Your education is different from, again, your Tata Technologies. Again, they are selling the services. Your retail is different from your insurance. Like that, if you compare domain to domain, within the domain, customer to customer, your requirement varies. Okay, so now let's try to understand what is this enterprise structure. Before that, let me try to give you one example. Okay, assume that I'm creating a company called Dhruvan FMCG Limited. Okay, one company. Under that, first I'm going to create enterprise as Dhruvan group of companies. Okay, so let's try to take this example in SAP understanding. FMCG means like what are all the FMCG products? You can sell like fast moving consumer goods. Like you can sell what I would say, soaps, chocolates, and all these things. So this will comes under. So otherwise we will consider it as a Dhruvan Foods Limited. We will try to make it simple. Dhruvan Foods Limited, Dhruvan Services Limited. So Services Limited. That means they are going to sell financial services. Okay. FI means Dhruvan FI Services Limited. These are the two companies in two domains. Like a financial services means they're selling, insurances, car insurance, and general insurance, motor insurance, and different kind of loans and all these things. They are selling this company. This company is specifically selling for foods. They are manufacturing like products like biscuits and chocolates, and they are doing sauces, and they have one more company, they are into oil manufacturing. Okay, Dhruvan Oils Limited. So assume that you got a requirement from your customer. You have to configure this thing on your SAP system. Don't think about SAP now. Try to understand that. Okay. So basically this company is specifically concentrating on foods. Okay. This is concentrating on your oils. This is concentrating on your financial services. Okay. Let's try to concentrate on Dhruvan Foods Limited. Okay. So Dhruvan Foods, it's there different locations. Let's assume the parent company is located in Europe. Okay. Parent company is located in Europe, in Germany. Okay. But they have operations across, like, 100 plus countries. So we'll try to understand the main Dhruvan group of companies is located, like that means Warner and head office is located in Europe. The head office is situated in Germany, and he is going to sell the products across the globe. For example, if you take Dhruvan Foods, he is going to sell across the globe for 100 countries. Okay. Now, this company having different plans for manufacturing all these products. Okay. So let me copy this. Here we'll take one example as of now. Okay. This is the company we supposed to create it. Okay. If any company, suppose they are starting in the market, what exactly they required? They required capital. Capital means investment. Okay. Suppose if you are starting any hotel or some other company, you require a capital, right? 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, or 10 crores, or $1 lakh, $10,000, like that, you require a capital for it. So Dhruvan Foods Limited, in the similar way, they required a capital. The capital and capital related functions will be handled by your finance. Okay. Finance means your finance department. How much we need to investment, where need to investment, in which city we need to investment, which country we need to investment, like everything will be related to your finance. Okay. So you started your company, like you invested certain amount of the money. Okay. For what you are doing, you're not doing for charity, right? To get the profits and loss. Okay. Profits, loss it comes, that is different. Okay. So that means this FI will be handled by your SAP FI CO module. Once you got the capital, once it is running in the market for selling and buying the products, you compare the reports, right? You are getting profit and loss, and you have a balance sheet. Okay. Your balance sheet is holding all these things. So SAP, every company in SAP system, it will be represented as company code. Okay. Company code. What company code will do? Company code will be created by your FI consultants. So it starts from investing from your capital to your balance sheet generation, profit and loss account, taxes. So US has one kind of taxes. India has one kind of taxes. Europe has a different kind of taxation system. Like that, all FI related stuff will be handled by your FICO module. Okay. So basically, Dhruvan Foods Limited will be represented by one company code. You remember it. We're going to see what exactly how we are going to create in SAP system. So you have, let's take an example. This company code is there in Germany. Okay. For Europe operations, in the similar way, you have one more company code. Code is available in India. That means for total Indian operations. You have a doubt like why we have two different company codes? Because this company code is a template which SAP has given, which is having the business characteristics of finance related in India. Okay. So in general, so this company code will handle whatever the Indian operations, it will be done. Okay. So like I have company code in Germany, that is actually my home location. Then we will call it as domestic company code. Okay, so maybe like India, it is a separate entity. Okay, it has one company code. In the similar way, I have one more company code in Germany only, that's specifically looking for exports. Okay, so exports in the sense, like as I said that I'm doing my sales operations and purchase operations across the globe, right? Different countries. So then in Germany only, okay, let's take, it's in France, in Europe only. So this company code specifically is handling for other regions, other countries. Okay, so I have one more company code. Okay, that means you try to understand only one thing here. So this company code now investing capital to do the operation, sales and purchase operations in these countries. Okay, let's go for a simple example. Okay, so for Dhruvan Foods, everywhere they have their customers are divided into some two categories, like distributors, okay, and wholesalers, and third one is retailers. Okay, these are the three categories of the customers we have. Okay, so let's take an example. I have a product called Drivi 100 grams biscuit pack. Okay, like assume that I have a one pack, like these packets first will reach to distributors, and after that it will reach to wholesalers, and after that it will reach to retailers. Okay, before reaching that, what you have to do, it should be available at your place, right? So where it should be available and how it should be available, I will tell you now. Okay, let's take an example. For this product, in Germany they are having one plant. Okay, for export they are having one more plant. Okay, and India they are having plant 3. Okay, don't think they might have like 1,000 plants across the globe for manufacturing the same product, but you try to understand it. If they wanted to supply these biscuits or chocolates or sauces, it should be manufactured in the plant. Okay, so plant can be manufacturing unit or else stock keeping unit. Okay, okay, now you got the capital, okay, from finance, and then now you got the from material management team, team, that means purchase team. Okay, means purchase team. Okay, so like this is one brand, right? They're manufacturing. So in the similar way, they will have one more brand, Choco 100 grams cocoa. That means they are using a coconut flavor in this brand. Okay, brand 2. In the similar way, they are having Drivi cool chocolate. Okay, so this is brand 3. So like they are having thousands of brands will be there across the globe, they are selling. So suppose this brand, cocoa brand, Indians don't like it, based on the consumer perceptions and their taste, they won't supply to India, they will sell only these two brands. Like that, you have to do your business based on the customer needs, right? So what it happens, first you are going to manufacture in this plant. Okay, in this plant. So once you manufacture this plant, let's take an example. In plant 1, you are keeping your stock. Before keeping your stock for manufacturing, you need a raw materials, right? Okay, raw materials. and you have finished goods, and you have semi-finished goods. Okay, leave about the semi-finished goods, finished goods, and trading goods. Okay, so like when you buy raw material, like for manufacturing biscuit, you need a some cocoa powder. Okay, you required milk, you required water. Okay, you required some flavors. Okay, so all these falls under raw material, like initial materials what you require. Okay, these are raw in nature, right? Before manufacturing. Okay, so you have a raw materials. Once raw materials are mixed in a certain portions, like these many liters, these many kgs or tons, and these many liters of the milk, and you are finally going to prepare the finished product. That means your biscuit. Okay, once you have manufactured this product, that where you are going to place this, you are going to sell finally in the market. That product you will call it as trading good. Okay, so what it required, difference between this and this, it means like once trading good is ready, and plus you are going to do the packing, and you define the price for it. It's simple, like if you whatever the product you are buying, like if you go to small retail shop or kirana shop, and you are going to that buy that product, right? That is not directly manufactured by that retailer. It is actually distributed by your distributor to retailer and wholesaler for different price, with price difference. The similar way, distributor is going to this get products from this Dhruvan Foods Limited. Okay, so let's see one example. So I have a distributor called Ram. Okay, and I have another distributor called Krishna. Okay, these two distributors, Ram is doing business in India, and Krishna is doing business for Europe. And I have take James, he is doing the distribution ship for total America. That means USA operations he is doing. Okay, these are the distributors buying the stock. So this Ram, what he has to do, he wanted to buy this product. Okay, he need to give the order to this company. Okay, that means Ram need to raise a purchase request to this Dhruvan Foods Limited. So that purchase request, the purchase order, the purchase cycle will be done by Okay, you try to understand. Normally assume that you got a PO, purchase request 234 is the number raised for. So they need this brand of product for how much quantity they required, the quantity of like 100 packs. Okay, as a small example. Okay, 100 packs, like they require another product of another product, like this is they required for 200 packs. Okay, so like they wanted to buy these products from, if you look at Ram side, he is buying the product. If you look at this company side, this company is selling this product to Ram actually. Okay, in the similar way, Krishna is buying for Europe and James is buying for USA, like that. In different countries different distributors will be there. These distributors again, they will sell to wholesalers and retailers. Sometimes company directly can sell to wholesalers and retail business also. Okay, so don't get into the different terminology, try to understand that. Once you have capital, you started a business. So this is the company you started. For this company, who and all customers? Distributors and wholesalers and retailers. Okay, this company is spreaded across globe, 100 countries. So this company is holding the what I would say, this company is holding operations, main branch in Germany for their domestic operations. So like within the Europe, Germany, France, and Ireland, the different countries will be there. So for those we'll call it as a domestic operation. Export means from France only they are selling to India, Africa, Malaysia, like that. They are doing for different countries for their operations for exports actually. So this company, when you are creating in SAP system, so Dhruvan group of companies, as I said, that this Dhruvan group of companies, okay, you will create in SAP system as company, okay, main company. Under that, individual companies will be created as a company code. Why we have company code? Because based on the country, you will have a different taxes, different balance sheets. You would like to calculate how much profit and loss you will get based on the country. You are not going to calculate for total 100 countries your profit and loss at the same time. That is difficult, right? That's why. But this company has operations like that. Okay, so they are going to do like this. Okay, now you got 3 requirements from your company for Dhruvan Foods. Okay, it is spreaded in the similar way. So when they wanted to buy this product in SAP system, you are going to create sales order. Okay, sales order, SO will call it as in short term. And after that, suppose these products you got sales order, right? These 3, you are going to keep this. Okay, let me try to remove this brand. Okay, okay, so delete this. Let's try to check this. Delivery. Okay, you got a quantities like 100 packs, so 500 packs, and somewhere like 2000 packs. Okay, you got the order for this much quantity of the packs of these brands. Okay, and finally you are going to deliver this quantity to your customer. Okay, and after that, what you are going to do, you have to bill for your customer. So this 100 packs, so this requirement got it from whom? Ram, right? So Ram is from India. So like he is going to settle the bill in Indian currency. 100 packs, assume that this is 1000 rupees. This is 5000 rupees. So this is like some 20,000 rupees. Like that, each pack, 100, each pack is 10 rupees. That means 1000. This is 50 or something like that. This is 5000. Okay. Okay. So 100 rupees. That means 5000 rupees. So like that, 20,000. Like that, your price will be handled by your SAP system. That we are going to see later. Now you try to understand. So this company need to be created as a company in SAP system, because we have to see what is the what is the company code. Okay, for foods. So in the similar way, under group of companies, you have to create these 3 companies based on their operations across the world. Oils is different manufacturing. They will sell canola oil, sunflower oil, like that they will sell it. In the similar way, finance, they will sell loans, products, insurance, and all these things. Okay, it's there. I'm just giving this foods as one example for our understanding as of now. Okay, so foods, so that means you required a company code, and you required a what do you want? You required a plant to manufacture the biscuits, and to store the stock. Okay, you required storage location. Storage location is nothing but the place where you are storing the goods. Okay, storage location 1 is representing your raw materials. Storage location 2, it is representing your finished good. Like if you open that storage, you will get these goods. Okay, this is completely done by your consultant. Plant will be created. You can able to create it because we are learning in our system. We'll try to do the setup on our own. But plants in real time, it will be created by your consultant. In the similar way, company and company codes will be created by your FICO consultants. Okay, this SAP FICO consultants, it will be created by. Okay, you created a company, you have a capital. Now you are manufacturing the goods. You are going to sell. Who is going to sell? You are going to sell for these customers. How you are going to sell? You are going to sell with the help of sales organization. Sales organization is nothing but this is responsible for selling the goods to your customer. Okay, if any sales order is created in that, so Dhruvan Foods Limited, something is coming, right? Because the sales organization. So here you try to understand one thing. Suppose you manufactured a foods. Let's take an example. So government is giving license to you food manufacturing. So food is spoiled, like expired products. You are trying to expired biscuits. You are trying to sell. That how you are going to control? How you are going to control? You are going to control by your government regulations. Okay, let's assume like if you sold, you got a wrong product, customer complained, so he went to the court, you got a complaint, like whatever the regulations you have. So that means if you are registered this company code in India or France or Germany, you are telling to the government, I'm legally means not you are not a thief, right? You are telling to the government, I have a license, I can able to sell these places these products. Okay, that's why company code will call it as a legal entity. Entity is nothing but your company only. Okay, that is another term. Legal means legally they are doing the business. In the similar way, sales organization is legal entity. Let's take an example why we'll call it as a legal entity. I'll tell you now. So sales organization, assume that this Ram is there, right? He has taken the stock. Okay, he received the bill also, he received the delivery also. Assume that he is not paying the money to you. Okay, Dhruvan Foods, he is not paying the money. Then again company need to go to the court, right? That time, like how did you sell? I sell through my legal company, legal sales organization, through which I have done my sales operation. So then how you sell it? I am selling through sales order. This is the proof you are showing to the government. I'm just telling an example. Okay, in the similar way, sales organization is a legal entity and company code is a legal entity. Okay, so now for this legal entity, okay, let's take an example. So let's take an example df 00 df 001 df01 you have created for this is for Dhruvan Foods. Okay, one company code df02. That means D means the company name and Foods means like the domain where they are selling. 01 means first company and second company. So this, so in SAP system everything will be represented in the form of like 4-digit codes. Okay, so these 4-digit codes, they you cannot able to understand. Suppose 100 company codes are there for 100 countries, so you are not able to remember this one is for Germany or this in Germany only 5 company codes are, you don't know which one is from France, which one is from America. So that's why you have to give the description that I'm going to show on SAP system. Don't worry about that. But in SAP system you represent everything in terms of digits only. So in a software, like if you mention this, the background program, it will try to understand in the binary code that we don't want it. Like you try to understand functionally, you'll try to create it. It's very simple. Okay, Dhruvan Foods. Okay, where it is, first it is located Dhruvan Domestic Foods he created. Okay, one company code. Okay, we'll try to understand with this only. Okay, it's there in Germany. Okay, Ram raised order for this from India. So Ram is a distributor. Okay, so the distributor will be how system will understand. So DF S DF S1. I'm just giving an example. This is alphanumeric. Like alphabets will be the numeric will be there. Like you can able to create it as 1,000, or else you can able to create it as TS12 like that. It depends on the requirement. I'm just for meaningful information. I'm creating DF S1 means sales organization one. Okay. So this I'm creating for my domestic sales org. Okay. Okay. Sales org I'm creating domestic. Okay. I create a description like this. So then, so if I would like to sell this product to distributor, so I should know my channel. Channel means the channel through which we are sending the goods actually. Okay. The channel is what do you call for distribution channel? I'm creating it as a 2-digit code. Like 10 is for distributors, 20 is for retailers, 20 is for wholesalers, 30 is for retailers. This so in SAP system it will be represented as 2-digit code. Okay. So like okay. So then from which division I am selling? So I have a in foods division also I have two divisions. Like one division is for like I can able to represent it as a common division. Okay. Division, this is division, this is distribution channel. Okay, all these are the channels. So division is my foods division. I will put it as a FD. This is common division. Like you can able to create it in your company. You have like 4 divisions. One is for ice creams, one is for biscuits, one is for chocolates. You can able to separate the divisions also. Okay, cocoa powder or something like that. You can able to divide the divisions. So like when you would like to sell a product for your customer, first Ram is my customer. Okay, what is my order? I'm having my order for all these products. Okay, all these products. So like in sales order I'm going to mention all these products. So then what should I require? So these products from where I need to send from plant from certain storage location. So if the stock is, let's take an example, this product is 100 packs he ordered, but in my storage location stock only available 50, then I have a shortage, right? I should need to inform over the phone or email like only 50 stock is available for selling. Okay, it is simple. So the plant, it will be created by your consultants. The similar way your SD consultants is going to create what they are going to create. They are going to create sales organization, distribution channel, and a division, and through which division we are selling the products. Okay, so now delivery you have done and billing you have done. Okay, these are the main important key organization elements you have to understand. Company code represents individual company based on the operations, based on the either region wise, or else it depends on the nature of the business they are doing, domestic or export. In the similar way, you might have different sales organizations also, like for selling the products. Sales organization one is responsible for only domestic operations, or else sales organization is responsible based on the region also. One sales organization is responsible for USA, another sales organization is responsible. That means sales order will be created with for those sales organizations only. Okay, this is sales organization. Now you got a division is nothing but classification of your products. Okay, in food division, these are the chocolates, these are the biscuits, these are the like sauces, like that. You are going to divide division. If either it might be common division. Common division means biscuits and chocolates and whatever the products I'm selling related to foods, I can take, I'm going to sell with the same division only. Sometimes I will have, my divisions might be different. I will tell you one best example. If you go to any medical hospital, right, Yashoda or Apollo, these kind of hospitals, they are having different divisions, right? Like, X-ray one division, sonography one division, okay, physiotherapy one division, general one division, okay. If you go for operations one division, like, they are going to divide into different places. Like, if you are going to consult a doctor, you are going to the general division, okay, not go, you cannot go directly to the operation theater, right? In the similar way, if you have some leg swollen or something like that, such cases you are going to the physiotherapy division based on the general division doctor recommendation, okay, based on the disease. The similar way, you will have a surgical division, you will have a medicines pharmacy division will be there. Like that, if you would like to implement SAP for Apollo Hospital or Yashoda Hospital or Fortis Hospital, divisions are different. It won't be common division. Everyone will not be in. But these products, you don't require. If you would like to make it, it has a common division, biscuits and chocolates and sauces, or else biscuits and chocolates, you keep it one division and sauces on another division. Like ice creams, you can keep it as a separate division. It depends, like how the customer want, that you have to understand, you have to create in the SAP system. So then if you represent this company code and the sales organization and whoever my customers, and what is my prices, based on the product prices will be there, and what kind of functionalities we are going to implement, that will be represented by your SAP SD module. But here what we are going to do, we are dealing with FICO consultants for FI functionalities and SD functionalities, so you are going to configure on the system, and consultants, they are going to create plant and the plant related material management related operations, that is done by SAP people. And in the similar way, finance related operations will be done by, from balance sheet, profit and loss account, taxes and other stuff related to finance, and everything will be done by SAP FICO people. So if you would like to represent any company, like, if you'd like to raise a sales order, if you'd like to raise a purchase order, whatever you wanted to do on SAP system on behalf of this company, Dhruvan Foods Limited, first you need to create this company. Before that, if it is part of group of company, then you have to create a group of companies. Then you are going to create company codes, either based on the region or else based on the domain. It depends on the customer interest. Then you are going to create sales organization. So in SAP, highest element is company code always. Okay, if any interviewer asks first question, what is the highest element in SAP? Generally for freshers they will ask, but experienced people, they don't ask this question. Keep in mind, but you should know this fact, like company code is the highest element, because if you don't have capital, you cannot able to sell it, right? You cannot able to buy the products and manufacture it and sell it. So that's why always company code is the highest element. So apart from company code, what you have, you will have next in SD module, highest element is sales organization. In company code real time, it is created by FICO consultants, but in our system, we are going to copy from existing template is nothing but already settings will be available under that. Okay, so and the sales organization, distribution channel, division, customers, and materials anyhow in real time created by consultant. All these things we are going to create now. So once this structure is ready, then we are going to do the assignments. Now you understand what is enterprise, what is structure. With this enterprise structure is the base for everything. So that's why this will call it as in real time baseline solution. Who has done baseline, someone might ask. That means, like, so like whoever created all these things, if someone asks an entry, you can tell that baseline is done by certain people or something like that. Okay, so this how we are going to create an SAP system. Now we are going to see. Okay, so you just have to wait for few days, then you can try to understand what is enterprise structure, why we are doing assignments. Okay, so once you are familiar with this, then we are going to create customers and materials and everything. We are going to one by one concept. I think we can conclude this theoretical session. We'll try to see all the settings on SAP tomorrow.